Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are watching from. I am your humble host, William Franklin II, and this is 32 Hertz Radio. First and foremost, I just want to say thank God because I woke up today and it really could have went any other way, man. So the other day I came home from work, put my phone away, I turned on YouTube on my TV, and I was just listening to music, and I was just chilling. I was in my own space and I was just writing. I was writing down basically who I thought I was. But before we talk about all that, let's get into today's playlist, man. Today's playlist is inspired by the songs that I was listening to while I was writing down this episode. So with that being said, the very first song I do want to play for y'all is Ladders by Mac Miller. Welcome back. Now, before the break, before we was listening to music, before we was chilling, we was vibing, you know what I'm saying? I was telling y'all how I came home from work. I was sitting in my chair. I wanted to pre-plan on this episode, and I was writing, and I was going blah, blah, blah. So look, somehow it turned into me talking about my grandpa. Now, my grandpa, he passed away a long time ago, right? He passed away in 2003. So when he passed away, I was 6 years old. I still remember him like vividly to this day. And I don't remember a lot from that time. I was really just forming memories like maybe 2-3 years before that. So I remember him vividly. What he gave me is what I want to give off and what I want to give to other people. It was unconditional love. That's what just pure unconditional love. But aside from that, I remember like just the times we had, the times we shared, the times we were just in the house, we were playing. I used to call him sir, he would call me sir. So that's how, I introduced him. That's how I would talk about him, sir. I would say sir. I wake up every morning, hello sir, you know what I mean? But I started writing about my grandpa, and I specifically recall like this one moment that was like, I don't even know how long ago it was. Really, I couldn't have been no more than like 4 or 5 years old, and I really feel like this is before he was sick. But I also don't even really remember him being sick until like the last few weeks. Anyway, I remember this one specific like moment where we were playing and I was running down the hallway. I ran down the hallway, I seen a monster. The best way to describe him is he was like an evil Sully from Monsters Inc. Instead of being like blue with the purple patches, he was just all purple. And he had like these long sharp ass teeth, bro, that like really if he bit you, it would have just been no pressure for real. Like if it bit you, it would have been no pressure. It would have just took you off the map instantly. Bro had to have at least like 6 arms and just like claws just coming out. And like it opened its mouth, it looked at me, it fucking like drooled. It had yellow eyes, bro, like they were, I don't know how to, like all the way up here though, like on some forehead type shit. And I was terrified. And I ran back screaming. And crying. And he picked me up. He's like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong, sir? Like, you okay? What's wrong? And I don't know if I couldn't explain it. I couldn't say it because I kept crying. But I was looking down the hallway. I think it might have been my grandma that was like, she might have said it. She was like, oh, he's probably scared of the mirror in the hallway. But he picked me up. Like I said, I was crying. And he walked me down the hallway. And he said, look, it's just the mirror. It's just you and me in the mirror. Like, you don't have to be scared. It's okay. And I was okay. After that, I was okay. I felt better. But I don't know if this was knowingly or unknowingly. But when I was writing who I was and I got into writing about my grandpa and I got into that story, I realized who I was, who I am, is a person I don't want to be scared to look into the mirror. And I think that for a long time, I have been scared to look into the mirror. I've been scared to reflect on myself, and I've been scared to fix myself, and I've been scared to take leaps or to take chances or to do things in life that's just all around outside of my norm. And remembering that story and remembering that moment in my life as I was writing it down, I was like, oh my God, this might have been the absolute most important lesson that he ever taught me before he left. Was don't be scared to look into the mirror. Because now when I wake up every day and I look into the mirror, I want to see myself smile. I don't want to see myself in that, like, when you wake up in the morning, you put your hands on the sink, you like, oh, here we go again. I don't want that. I want to look into the mirror. I want to smile. I want to look at myself and be like, yeah, you are living your fucking life to the absolute fullest extent that you can possibly live it. I did get a little personal, man. I was like, I don't think I ever was really expecting to let off nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I ever expected to even like really record this one for real and like really lay it and make it an episode. But here we are. I do hope that y'all enjoyed today's episode, man. My name is William Franklin II, aka Just Squiddy, and this has been 32 Hertz Radio.